as you can see, we've got quite a big beacon because we got a beacon factory. We can get as many as we want. It's no effort. The only effort that it is that we need to AFK for it, and that's about it. Currently, we have this big storage thing over here. It's because we're in the process of making a main storage. And, well, we've got a couple of contraptions here as well. There's a big one underground here. You could follow me in here. So, brings you in under spawn, and this is where we collect our sand coming from our gravity duper, well, generators, how we would like to call it. And if you follow it down further, we have a concrete maker. So this converts concrete powder into concrete. The only part that's missing at the moment is withers, because we don't have withers active in the world. Even though we can trap them, it's not 100% reliable, and that's why we don't do it. So it's more or less, it shovels everything together, and then once it's all shoveled together, withers will have like a 95% drop rate, and that makes it so we don't have to mine by hand. And it's also because it's so fast doing gravity tubing, we kind of need to do it that way. Mine it by hand that quickly. So over here, there's this big bush thing. It's not really a good thing to show off, but it's a tree farm. It's not the most effective, and I see that people broke it, so can't really use it at the moment. But yeah, this is how a tree farm looks in Bedrock Edition. A slow one. All right, we got the tree farm running. That's the speed of it.
Yeah, how do you get rid of the...
One.
How do you get rid of the blocks?
So they all pile up in this big block at the back there, and then because you can insta mine them, you can insta mine them. We've so far not built one that has a wither cage next to it.
How old is the server? Like the realm? How long has it been up?
15 months.
Wow. It's a long time for a tech server.
Next to that, we've got an old school slime farm. That's how we call it. So basically, it's just a stack of layers of spawnable chunks, and then there's iron golems on each side, and then it will just fall to their death. And then in this big snowman, we've got a snow farm. It's probably the same as what you guys have.
Wait, why do you have the pistons? Wait, what? Oh. I don't think that works in Java.
That's cheating.
Yeah. You have to break it manually. The pistons will just disappear in Java.
No, that's how you do it in Bedrock.
Oh, that's...
So and that's already so much that our collection system can't keep up with it. So
I'm not surprised. Oh,
It's like so easy.
that's cheating.
Alright, let's start following this path. So over here we've got a witch hut. And this witch hut is for our challenge. We're getting a double chest full of every item in the game. And that's why, well, that's what the inside is for. So far we've got, I think the only one that we have done is birch. There's a bunch of more items that we already done, but none of them have been categorized yet. And we don't do a shulker box, because if we do that, the lag will be unbearable over here.
Oh, really?
It's a bug.
Or...
So, as you can see over here, we already have every single music.
Wow, that's impressive. Do you have music discs farms or?
Yeah, we have one over on AA. We don't use it anymore since it's useless, but yeah. We built it for this exact reason.
So what's on the second layer?
So that's the inside. And well, we don't really have anything on this inside, but we do have a smelter in the roof structure. It's a bad smelter, but all right. So let's fly to the roof, and then on the inside there's you can go inside of the roof. Sounds weird, but. So here's our temporary smelter. We still gotta build a big one, but this is already big enough to satisfy all of our needs at the moment. So the witch hut, the most of the work was in first laying it out, and then the other part of the work was the legs. That's just one hole on the inside here. You can see part of the outside of the leg blocks. Now those take a lot of time because you gotta count them all one by one.
Trying to fly away to get a good view, and I'm just saying so many things.
Yeah, it's we've got some stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So the legs of this witch hut alone have been more work than the actual structure. So all of the planks that you see, like the dark oak, the normal oak, and then the glowstone, that wasn't as much work as just the legs.
What?
It's because we don't have like Mathematti, so we can't go through that, and it's a different block palette that you need to switch to every single time, and then you need to count on top of that, and it's still 16 by 16 blocks on each leg, and then there I believe, I actually don't know, I think they're like 10 chunks high, so just a lot of work.
There's no accurate block placement.
Yeah. No.
Oh man.
Placement. No carpet.
All right, let's make it back to the front of that witch hut.
Yep.
The way we walked in, and there you go. You're already
Is there
there.
anything inside the skin? Because there's scaffolding.
No, you can just go through the middle on top to the head.
Whose skin is that, by the way?
That's mine.
I thought it was. Just making.
He's currently old guy right now, though. On my screen.
Can't
Yeah,
be
there's
helped.
a bug that like everybody switches skins right now currently.
They've said they fixed it like 30 times, and they have yet to fix it.
Once.
Yeah, you can't pull it off. All right, let's go continue this path, and then we gotta come to our logo of AA, and this is all built by old guy. All right, so we've arrived at our starter village. This is where we started on AA, and we slowly been clearing it out, cleaning it up. Because when you like early game, you make a big mess, and when you're end game, it's all nice and tidy.
Yeah.
And it also brings us to our
Oh my god.
to two of our mega farms. If you come to this football field, on the left side we've got a sugarcane farm, and on the right side we have a bamboo farm.
How many are these shulker loaders or just regular? Like,
No, there's
Okay,
no
never mind.
circle loaders. They started lagging us out too much doing that, so we
Holy.
well I
yeah,
removed
I was thinking that was like 50 million worth of storage, but it's not that much without shulkers.
On the left side, it's 1.5 million, and no, 1.8 million. On the right side, it's 1.5. So we've got 1.5 million bamboo, and we've got 1.8 million sugarcane.
Do you have a need for bamboo or sugarcane?
Well, the thing is, we can zero tick them. If you come to the top of the bamboo machine, I'll turn it on for a second, see if it will run. So we can forcefully update that.
How does zero tick on Bedrock compare to Java?
It's slower, but it's nice.
It's not piston based like it is on Java.
Well,
Like everything Everything on Java is based on piston speed, and pistons are slower on Bedrock.
As you can see, currently we're growing bamboo,
I'm on the wrong side.
and bamboo shouldn't be able to grow that fast. And that's this bamboo is standing on sand, and it's standing on a sand stack of 3 high, and we'll start removing the bottom sand. That will make the second sand block stop falling, and by the time the third one is considering falling, it already gets pushed back into the state that it's not falling anymore because we have the bottom block that we just pushed back into the stack. And that way we can forcefully update the bamboo to grow.
Hopper's
This works
full.
with... yeah, the hoppers are full because this farm is full. We never use any bamboo.
Yeah.
Oz uses it the most.
Yeah. Well, on the left side here, we do have some collection, but I don't know. So that's how this one works, and then we got on the other side we have the sugarcane.
Still struggling.
I'm not sure if this version
I'll have to watch
still
the
works in
stream.
this.
It should, if it's the one with pistons into water.
Yeah, this is the one. You actually can't see because I put blocks all around it to prevent spillage. Alright, I fired it up, so it should start growing.
Yeah, it's working.
Oops.
Ooh, no. So it needs to update the bottom of that plant a couple of times before the sugarcane starts growing, and then I timed it perfectly with a hopper clock to start pushing it, well, break it.
Sugarcane grows incredibly slow naturally. I mean, it is incredibly slow.
We also got one.
Yeah, it's way slower on Bedrock than on Java.
Because we got 1/3 of the random ticks. Our random tick speed is 1 rather than 3 on.
Oh, that's a big pain.
I feel like Bedrock developers are just trying to screw with you.
I mean, we played.
They really are. They really do their best to nerf everything that they can nerf.
Yeah, let's do the end. All right, do we have everyone here?
Yeah, now you do.
Math right there? Yeah, then I believe we do.
You go through here, sleep in the bed, set your spawn point, and then jump in the portal.
Do I have to sleep in it? Or can I just click on it?
Can you just click on it?
And then through the portal.
Why is there?
This is so like...
I did not know that realm lag could affect sounds that you're hearing.
There's another...
Oh my. Okay, this
Does that work?
So where you're standing right now, that's our obsidian farm.
How does it?
Below your feet is obsidian farm.
There's no wither in place right now.
No,
Then-
there's no. Usually there's a wither there, and then
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So usually there's where you're standing right now. There's a wither constantly being hit by a snowball, and there's also a snowball being fired into an end portal, and that will regenerate that obsidian that you see. And shooting a wither with a snowball will causing it to break the obsidian as well. So as fast as you can shoot it through a end portal, and as fast as you can shoot the wither, it will break those obsidian blocks. They will all fall down into a water stream and will collect below it. We never made a collection because it's so fast that we don't like manual collection is the only way to keep up with it.
Wow.
Live.
Did you see the one
Dude.
exploit, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Same design.
How much is it? A couple 100,000 per hour, right?
480.
Yeah.
God,
On the one with
that's ridiculous.
It's same design as this one.
I think the fastest...
Got the 5 withers.
Oh no, this only has a single wither, but I mean you can put 5 in there if you really wanted to. Yodalf built both of these.
I think
It's already like fast enough.
Yeah, it's already
So over here, I built a custom end floating thingy island, I guess. And on top of that, we put a Ender Dragon egg, and inside of here is a End Dragon egg duper.
How does it dupe it?
It dupes it by
Oh, that's that I almost
pushing it
went
through
that.
an end portal block.
Yeah,
Somebody
there's a portal right there. Don't step in it. I stepped in it.
Oh my. You can just have portals
But, like-
everywhere.
Yeah,
How did you get
Yeah,
that
well-
block?
1.8. That was the version that was still obtainable.
This
Ah.
is so weird.
You can place them by commands also if you want to. If you want
What
to.
are these
cheat a little bit.
walls made out of?
Cool blocks.
The walls are out of coal and yeah.
Why does
Obsidian.
that look so weird?
It's the new Japa texture or whatever that guy's name is.
I thought you discovered a new block or something.
Nah. So yeah, that's basically what we got over here. That's what this Soul Island was built for the obtaining of Ender Dragon eggs, so we can have our full chest of it.
But the Dragon Eggs don't actually do anything.
Nope,
Okay.
nope, they don't. They just look pretty. If we walk in here, we've got our duper.
Can I take my pumpkin off of that?
What's this? Oh, that's a regenerated. Yeah.
Yeah, when we fought the dragon, that regenerated.
So this is our a duper with a selector. So if we press the button, it will go through a to a different different selection, and we basically have every single color in there and
Nice.
get sand double.
So what do the grindstones do?
So I'll turn it on. I'll turn it on.
Okay.
Oh, so
And
it's
if you look at it from the side, like where Poison is standing right now, then you can see what it's actually doing.
Grindstones have a smaller hitbox, so the sand gets pushed into the portal just ever so slightly.
Oh,
Right.
And the reason why I switched to grindstones is you cannot move grindstones with pistons. So every cycle that a piston can do, it does like it does 16 powders. This is we're currently building it, and this is gonna be our main storage. This is where we're gonna have all of our resources.
you have 4 chests. We have 4 chests. No, 8 chests per slice, right? Is it? And everything can have a block display.
I'm working on the storage. Please do not touch.
Yeah, I think my Java storage may work in Bedrock.
That's how this one works. It also this platform right here. This is for the passive mode, and that will spawn like 12 enemies at a time until you kill them, and then we'll spawn more, and we'll keep cramming them into the bottom there. But the real magic happens when we keep following this water stream.
Okay.
Somebody stay there. Somebody stay at the farm. Otherwise, we're gonna crash this thing here.
I'll go down to the bottom. I've seen this before.
All right. So then, if you follow that tunnel, eventually leads to this AFK platform, and the AFK platform above it has a teleportation platform with fire on it, and above that it has the spawn platform, which is nothing more than endstone, scaffold, and water on top of it. Endermen will be able to spawn in there. And since we're on sim distance 4, we need to move those Endermen out 5 chunks, so they will get to the farm. So you stay over here for around 1 minute, and that will generate so many Endermen that it will start crashing, lagging the realm too much.
I
You go
am
down
literally
there.
down here chopping as fast as I can.
I can't keep up.
So what are the
Yeah.
rates on this? How many like ender pearls?
Too many.
It's not a yeah. It's We never use it because it's I built this thing out of a lot of research, and it's the fastest one out there because I wanted it to be the fastest for once. And I never calculated the rates because you need to manually kill the enemy.
So, how do you get this in vanilla?
You don't.
Oh, you can't. You
We don't.
can't. So we needed a solution to keep our world size down, and to actually obtain shulker boxes. And instead of duping him, just straight up duping him, we wanted to have a more challenging way to do it. And nobody, as far as we knew, had designed a shulker box spawner that could handle shulker boxes. So eventually we voted on it, and this is what we had. Well, all right, we'll keep the world size down, and we'll install a custom spawner, and then we'll design a farm around it.
I remember RufusAtticus and Prudy Gaming built this.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, we
So the rates are very low, but it's 100% fully AFKable, and it's a solution to a problem that we had, and this is it.
We have the same issue on Java too. We use shulker respawning, so they respawn in end cities. That way we can.
It might be nice if they added HSAs to end cities.
If I added what?
A hard-coded spawn area, and then have HSS's hard-coded spawn spots around the whole city. That way they have hard-coded spawn spots to spawn on shulkers. That way you can never clear them out.
On Bedrock, all of our structures, such as the outpost, the monument, witch hut, etc., have only spawn mobs in certain blocks. They don't just spawn generally in the structure. They spawn on a very specific XZ coordinate. So that's what he's talking about, the HSS, the hard-coded spawn spot.
Wait, shulkers can be on glass? They can teleport to glass, or?
Nope.
That's why they're not teleporting off the magma up to it.
Oh. That's so...
They can't spawn on magma?
No, they can't.
They teleport to it.
They're
Right.
spawning on the glass in the spawner, and then they're being teleported down to the magma because it's a solid block.
We have to button everything if you would do something like that. And even in our farms, we have to have buttons everywhere, even on.
And we have to flush him as well. So